Hi, Oscar. How are you today?
Hey teacher, I'm good.
Please turn on your camera. Hi. Are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Let's start. Eh, Okay, Oscar. Speaking Sam. eh, Introduce yourself. You have 1 minute to make your personal presentation. Remember to say your full name, age, where are you from, and other details.
Okay, teacher.
Start, please.
Okay, my name is Oscar Mauricio Culma Figueroa. I am 25 years old. I live in Chia, Cundinamarca. I am accountant. I'm a real professional. I am accountant, and I live with all my family, my parents, my sister, and my niece. And um, I I like to do so many things, either inside or outside my house.
Okay, Oscar. Can you can you see my screen? No?
No, teacher.
Okay, okay. Okay. Now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, okay. You have 2 minutes talking about stories. Talk about one event of your past
Profe,
that
hello, excuse me.
that that you remember still and why. Remember include past tense, what happening, when,
Profe,
where.
disculpe, teacher.
Neida, estoy haciendo la evaluación a Oscar, ¿ok? Debes esperar en silencio tu turno, por favor. Eh, Talk about one event of your past that you remember still and why. Remember
Oh,
include past tense, what happened, when, where, and why.
okay. I'm going to tell you a story. I remember when I was a kid, I used to play with my friends, with the ones from my school and also my friends from my neighborhood. But I remember my mom always told me, you have to do first all your homeworks and then you can go out and play with your friends. I always remember that because I had to do all my duties before going out to play. So one day I was playing with my friends in my neighborhood, and we were running and doing other stuff, playing with cars and all that stuff. And I remember I saw a nail in on the floor, and I stepped on that nail, and it went through my shoe and also through my right foot. I remember at that moment I didn't feel hurt, or I didn't feel very painful my foot, but I ran to my bedroom in order to see what was happening. So when I got to my room, I took off my shoe in order to see what had happened to my foot, and I saw that it was bleeding a lot. And I didn't want to tell anyone because I was a little bit scared, because I thought that my mom was going to punish me or yell at me, so I didn't want to tell anyone. But one of my cousins um, came into my room, and he saw me and went direct to my parents and tell them about the thing that he saw. So my parents took me to the hospital right away because they said that I needed assistance from a nurse or a doctor, and they took me there. And I remember they applied me a vaccine in order to prevent any infection or things that could make it worse. And it was not quite severe. I remember I had to stay about 3 days at home in order to recover from that issue, and that was not really bad. It was something that I had to take care of, and that was all.
Excellent, interesting. And what did you learn of that situation?
I learned that I have to be very careful with all the things that I see that are dangerous. So I had to think first and then act.
Okay, okay, continue, please. Uh, Look at this picture and choose one picture um, and talk about one wish.
Mm, I think I would shoot the first one.
Okay, okay.
Uh, so now I have to talk about this picture as a wish.
Description, no. One sentence about one wish.
Okay. I would say I wish to be successful in order to have a big car.
Perfect. What is your great dream and what will do you to achieve it?
I think my biggest dream is to be able to travel abroad because I know that traveling is pretty nice to get to know new places. It is amazing. So I know that I have to work pretty hard in order to get a lot of money in order to go to many countries that I want to visit. For example, I really wish to live some time, a period of time in the UK because I want to go there and practice a lot of English with native speakers, and I think that is going to be nice. And also, I wish to travel to Asia, to Russia, United States, Canada, Africa. I mean, I want to know a lot of places, but I know that I have to work hard in order to get that money to be able to travel there.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. Look at 3 minutes. Answer next question. You can add details as you can possible. How often do you eat out?
I think I eat out about once a month. It is not very often, actually.
Okay. Where do you usually go when you eat out?
I don't like to eat too much junk food, so I prefer to go to kind of formal restaurants in the ones that I can get uh, healthy food and food for all my family. So I
Okay.
think I could say that I go to shopping malls usually.
Oh, well done. How much do you usually pay when you eat out?
I think it is not too much that I have to pay. It is about 100,000 pesos when I go out and eat with all my family.
Perfect. Who do you usually go with when you eat out?
I usually go out with my family because it is sometimes a plan of the Sundays, so I go with them. But sometimes I also go with some of my friends, the ones that do not live in the same town that I live, but I share with them every now and then.
Perfect. Continue. Describing film, 3 minutes. Describe your favorite movie. And you should say when and where you saw it, what type of film it was, what the film was about, and explain why it is your favorite film.
Okay, my favorite film is Harry Potter. Well, actually, there are 8 movies of this uh, uh, story, I could say. And the type of this film is like fantasy, science fiction, because it is not something real. Um, this film is about a child who lost his parents in kind of an accident. This boy is a wizard, so the movie is about wizards and witches. And this is a really good story, and it is based on books, so it is not just movies. And this is my favorite film because I remember when I was a kid, my mom introduced this movie to me, and I was totally into it. I really felt that it was really nice because it is about magic, wizards, and the whole story is a complete and complex story where every single thing that happened is going to affect the next one. So it is a sequence, and I really love it. It is about science fiction, and I love science fiction movies.
Okay, congrats. Okay, Oscar, this is the last question about holiday plans. Read please all questions or
Yes. Okay.
or look at.
Okay. My next vacations are going to be in the next month, in December, I mean, because I work in a company where this company give us all the same few period of vacations. So I think these vacations are going to start on December the 22nd. So I think I'm going to go to the town where my parents were born. It is called Natagaima. It is in the department of El Tolima, and this is a town where the weather is hot. So the things that I am going to do are visiting my family, of course. We're going to go to swimming pools. Also, we're going to go to the Magdalena River because we enjoy these kind of plans because we share with my family, and that's going to be nice. And I am going to be back to my town. I think the 4th of January, January the 4th, I think, because my mom has to come back to work, my dad as well, my sister, because I'm going to have vacations until January the 11th. But I think I'm going to be back here with my family.
Perfect, congrats. Your exam was excellent. Congrats.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, Oscar, bye bye.
Bye, teacher.
Thanks. Hello, Marian.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Please turn on your camera.
I already did it, but I don't know if
Okay,
it still works.
okay, welcome.
Hello, teacher.
Hi. Okay, Maria. Speaking exam, November 19th. Pay attention. Introduce yourself. You have 1 minute to make your personal presentation. Remember to say your full name, age, where are you from, and other details. Start, please.
Okay, teacher. Well, my full name is Maria Julieta Pina Corredor. I am 25 years old. And my birthday was on November the 17th, 2 days ago, and I turned into 25. I am from La Salina, Casanare. I studied in Tunja my first major because I am a civil engineer, and I ended up my first major in 2019. Um, I'm from La Salina. I am living there with my parents. I have one brother and a nephew. He has a 1 year old. He's a 1 year old, and I have a big family. I think one of my best gifts from God was my family. I really love them, and we shared so many time together. That's what I love them. I'm studying foreign languages because I would like to travel to Japan or England to continue my engineering studies, maybe, or continue with my language studies.
Okay, perfect. Pay attention. You have 2 minutes talking about stories. Talk about one event of your past that you remember still and why. Remember include past tense, what happened, when, where, and why.
Okay, teacher. One important event in my life was when the I realized that I was going to be out uh, because of my brother. That day that I remember that day because my brother and my sister-in-law made a video for my parents in order to say them that they were going to be a grandparents, and I was far away from them because I was working in another town. But my brother sent to me the video, and I watched it, and I just start crying because I never imagined I could have that opportunity to have a little one running around the house, and that was a really good moment for me. They were celebrating cousin's birthday that day, and that's why they decided uh, to put the video there because my whole family was there, and I saw the video, but then, and that's why I actually I don't know how to say. I actually realized that I was going to be an aunt, and I really love my little baby in the house.
Perfect. Okay, continue, please. Pay attention. Pay attention. Choose one picture and think one sentence about one wish or talk about one wish.
Uh, about the picture that I'm watching here, I'm going to choose the number 5.
Number
The girl,
five.
if I 5,
Okay.
yes. The girl is buying a lot of clothes because she wants to look prettier.
Okay, okay. And what is your great dream and what will do to achieve it?
Okay, teacher. My big dream is to travel to another country, especially Japan or England, because I want to continue my studies in the engineering, maybe in renewable energy. I really like that topic, and or maybe continue my studies in another language. And to achieve it, I'm going to study really, really hard and in an intelligent way because we need to be responsible if we want to achieve our dreams. And I know that the best way to achieve it is being responsible and really love what you are going to do there. And I'm going to do that because of my family, because I want to help my family, my cousins, my nephew, and if I can, another child to get a better education here in the country.
Okay, perfect. And continue, please. You have 3 minutes to answer the next question. You can add details as you can possible. How often do you eat out?
Um, well, teacher, I don't eat out because I am trying to be a healthy person, so I'm making my food here in my house. I could say rarely, rarely.
Okay, okay, it's good. Um, mm, please think one time, because all all following questions are about it out. Okay,
Okay,
imagine,
teacher.
imagine. Where do you usually go when you eat out?
Okay, teacher. When I go to eat out, I usually go to the restaurants that are near in the street, no the big restaurants, because there's small places where you can find really delicious food. So I would like, I definitely choose that little places because they sell a special food, and you cannot find that special food in big restaurants because big restaurants prepare general food. I would say like the same type of food, so you can find a special food there in the little places in the street.
Perfect. How much do you usually pay when you eat out?
I paid a lot of money because I really like to eat a good food, like a high quality of food. So I before I'm going to go to eat out, I investigate about the places where I'm going to go because I like to eat healthy food. I like to eat high quality food, and I think that's important that you know about that. So I paid a lot of money for that
Perfect.
food.
Perfect. Who do you usually go with when you eat out?
I usually go with my parents, my brother, and my nephew and my sister-in-law because they are my closest relatives in my house. So when we go to eat out, I usually go with them to spend time with my family.
Perfect. Congrats. Okay, continue. Describing film. Pay attention. Describe your favorite movie. You should say when and where you saw it. What type of film it was, what the film was about, and explain why it is your favorite film.
Okay, teacher. My favorite movie is one called The Shock. Um, I saw that movie in my house. I was alone. My parents were in a in another city. I remember, yes, they were in another city. I was alone in the house. It is a film related to God. Um, the film is about a man that lose um, a child and his little daughter because one man killed her. So he was struggling with that situation. His family started to have really big problems because he couldn't understand why that man killed her little daughter. So he started to have closer uh, a closer relationship with God, and
Okay, okay, Marian, are you here? Marian, Marian, are you here, Marian? Marian, please. What happening? Marian, are you here? Hi, Eneida.
Hi, teacher.
Okay, Eneida. Continue with you, okay? Si Marian, ok, yo creo que ya la tenemos. Ok,
Oh,
Marian,
sí, profe, qué pena.
ok, 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 entonces, espera un momentico, Eneida, ¿viste?
yes, teacher.
Ok, Marian, te falta la última, please. Vamos,
Sí, señora.
ok, Marian, la última. The last question is about your holiday plans. You have 3 minutes. Please look at all questions. Y terminamos, Mari. Okay. Okay. Let's start. Continue, Mari.
Profe, qué pena, es que se me ve otra vez el internet. Ya, vale. Entonces, talk about your
How are you
okay,
going to spend? Okay. How are you going to
your
spend
next
your next
vacation.
vacation? Okay.
Well, teacher, I'm going to spend my next vacation with my parents in here in the house because we recently have to deal with a really difficult situation about their health. They were hospitalized for 8 days, so we are going to spend our vacation in our house in their rest. I think it's better because they were really bad these days, so we want to spend time with our family in our house, be quiet, and stay there.
Okay, where are you going on your next vacation?
Well, actually, I'm here in an aunt's house, so we are going to travel to our house in maybe 5 days, and we are going to go to our farm to stay there quietly, and we are going to stay there maybe 1 or 2 months until they are better.
Okay, when are you coming back?
We are going to coming back on maybe at the end of January because my father has to start their job in a school because he is the principal of a school in our town. So we're going to come back at the end of January.
Okay, Marian, your exam was excellent. Congrats.
Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
thanks. Bye, Marian.
Thank Bye,
Have
teacher.
a good night. Okay. Okay,
The same for you.
Eneida. Eneida, are you here?
Yes, teacher, I'm Scary.
Okay, no problem. Turn on your camera.
Okay, bueno, la hora.
Okay, Eneida, turn on your camera. Enciende tu cámara, Eneida, please.
Yes.
Okay, Eneida. Are you in your job?
Repeat, please, teacher.
Are you in your job? ¿Estás en tu trabajo? Que si estás en tu trabajo.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, teacher. I'm in job.
I need
Okay.
that you to take at least 12 minutes or 15 minutes to exam, okay? To make your exam. Que no te interrumpa. Okay. Eh, okay, welcome to the speaking exam. This is your your first question is introduce yourself. You have 1 minute to make your personal presentation. Remember to say your full name, age, where are you from, and other details. Let's start, please.
Excuse me one moment, teacher, please. Cristian, me haces un favor. Es que voy a estar 15 minutos en una evaluación. ¿Sí? Para que me ayuden ahí.
Okay.
Listo, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
Okay.
I'm starting, teacher.
See, start, please. You introduce yourself.
Okay, teacher. Oh. My name is Eneida Trinidad Iriarte Soto. I am 39 years old. I live in Villavicencio City. I'm married with Albeiro Sterling Jaramillo. I have 3 children. My first one's daughter. My first one son is Leison Esteban Sterling Iriarte. He he have 21 years old. My second one 20 years old. My third one daughter is 16 years old.
Okay.
I
Okay, it's good. Continue, please. Pay attention. You have 2 minutes talking about stories. Talk about one event of your past that you remember still and why. Remember include past tense, what happening, when, where, and why.
Okay, teacher. I remember I was travel on Ecuador in the at the Montañita City in the beach. I was swimming in the beach.
Okay.
What happened? I film that.
Mhm.
How do you say ahogarse, teacher? I don't remember.
No problem, continue.
I, bueno, casi me ahogo in the deep sea. The wave are very are very strong. The wave. The I remember I was watching the surfer. I was walking in tonight in the beach with my husband and in the beach of the Montañita City in Ecuador country Ecuador.
Okay,
I,
okay, Eneida.
I
Okay,
was
but,
scared. Casi muero.
no problem. No problem, Eneida. Ay, tus compañeros han salido bien, a todos les ha ido bien. Solo te pido que te concentres. Okay,
Okay.
wishes and dreams. You have 3 minutes. Choose one picture. One picture, okay? Imagine that picture that or that person in the picture are you. Okay. Eneida, okay? Eneida.
My wish. My
Talk
wish.
about one wish. Yeah, okay, talk about one wish.
Okay. I wish
Okay,
grade me or the university is my great wish and dream. Grade me in the at the university in the um, foreign language.
okay, good. This is the answers to second question, okay? Esa es la respuesta a esta pregunta, okay? Pero ya respondiste esta, es good. Ahora esta. Debes
Okay.
escoger una imagen y vas a hacer una oración relacionada con el deseo. Ya, pero para que no tengas que decir, ella desea esto, entonces tú vas, esta es Eneida.
Okay, teacher.
I wish,
Teacher.
tal. Ok.
¿Después de qué? ¿Después de qué? Ya. ¿Cuánto es? ¿Qué me dice? ¿Cuánto es?
No, 79.600. 79.
Por eso te di 80.
80, ¿no? 80. 79.600.
Eneida,
¿Qué me teacher?
escucha. No puedes interrumpir más el examen, porque entonces ya
Interrumpa.
doy por terminado el examen. Sí,
Okay, teacher.
tú sabías que hoy había evaluación, debías escoger estos 15 minutos para apartadito para presentar tu evaluación, ¿ok? Continue, please.
Okay.
1.000 pesos.
Ahí
está, abajo la mesa. Abajo la mesa.
Image 5, teacher.
Okay. Your
She
sentence.
She was going to buy.
Okay, continue.
Other image, teacher?
No, one. Only one. Okay, pay attention. You have 3 minutes. Answer the next question. You can add details as you can possible. How often do you eat out? How often? ¿Con qué frecuencia tú vas a comer fuera?
I usually eat out around how often do you eat out? I usually eat out, teacher.
Por eso,
Where do
pero
you-
how often, o sea, ¿con qué frecuencia?
Justamente, I don't remember. I usually
I usually eat out on weekend, por decirlo así, o sea, los fines de semana.
okay.
Okay.
On Monday, teacher.
On
Monday.
Okay.
Eat out,
Where
yes.
where do you usually go when you eat out? ¿Dónde usualmente?
Yes, teacher. I eat out in the restaurant in the center city.
Okay. How much do you usually pay when you eat out? How much?
Como usually
¿Cuánto pagas?
usually pay. No tengo. 50.
$50,000?
Teacher, disculpe, pero no, me va a tocar pausar la clase porque, o sea, definitivamente estoy aquí, necesito atender y la verdad no podía pasarla para otro momento.
Ok. Ok. Está bien.